Alrighty, folks. I hope this video turns out okay. I've kind of makeshifted my phone onto the dash here. I don't know if the bottom's getting blocked or cut off by anything, but anyway, I know y'all hadn't heard from me in a long time, and I've seen a few comments, requests for ride-along videos. I don't know why some people enjoy those, me just talking and not doing anything, but apparently some people do. So I thought, well, it'd be a good time for me, since I don't have a lot of time, to give an update on, goodness, I don't know, it's been a few years, hasn't it? I don't know, I've been kind of thinking about reviving the channel a little bit, or at least posting some more videos and content. The farm related stuff, so I'm still farming if anybody wants to know, but I have downsized a lot, and I'm just doing hay as usual, and I've just got a handful of cows right now. I'm kind of just keeping it at that handful right now. Got a pretty good sized fencing project that I'm somewhat started, geared up for, have supplies for, but haven't really got it going up yet. Just been in the clearing stages. Getting the fence rows cleared and trimmed, and trees and limbs and that kind of stuff cut for where it is going to be, but I haven't got to it yet. And I don't live near the farm anymore like I used to. We did move, so a couple years ago moved, and I have about a 45-minute commute to the farm now, so I'm just out there on the weekends. Usually in the summertime, if I'm doing hay, I might be out there a little bit more, but so I've just kind of cut back to keep things manageable for me. I've had another job change, my doing, not forced. Went back to doing sort of what I was doing in the past a little bit, so just with another company, but at the same company. Anyway, I'll go into all that. My commute to work's about the same. It runs me 50 minutes to an hour. Not the same route, different route obviously, but I live closer to the lake now, which some of y'all might recall previously I like to fish on occasion when I can, so that allowed me to do that a little bit more, although it don't seem like it. But anyway, so that's kind of the update on the farm. I know the last videos y'all seen come out was me doing the corn and some soybeans again, and I did buy I don't even know if I did any videos of it. I got an R42 combine gleaner that I ran that year, which was really nice, and due to some things that went on that fall, some medical things in the family, whatnot, being able to have that and not have any breakdowns and pretty much get right through harvest with it without any issues was a plus. But after that series of events, I decided to cut the row crop deal. It was time consuming, even though I was doing a small amount. And you know, I was kind of gearing up to do the deer corn deal, and I did sell a little bit to one of the hunters that hunts on our place, but due to time constraints that popped up that fall, and not wanting to deal with putting it in the bin and trying to sell to people because I just didn't have the time, I just went ahead and sold the corn. The corn did well, in my opinion, for my first time to do corn. I think I computed out right at 180 bushel to the acre. It was 177 was the actual number, but I was happy with that. My beans that I did, about half of them were okay. The other half got eat up by deer, and some of those were a flop. But anyway, I don't think I really lost any money, but I didn't really make a whole lot in the whole deal either. So I finally got one at the combine. I sold it. The little 2-row planter actually went back up north where it came. Well, not the guy I got it from, but it went to a guy back up north, which I happened to have been during that time period, traveling up that way, and was able to actually carry it to the guy. He was not too far from where I had to be at the time, so that worked out. Yeah, that's what happened with that. Let's see, the other thing that I was doing videos was the Massey 4707, which I kept about around 3 years, 4 years, somewhere in there. I wound up selling it. I guess I had it maybe about 3 years. I wound up selling it in my efforts to kind of cut back. I kind of decided I didn't need to have the two tractors around, so I'm kind of back to just the 6415. And I've done some work to it. I still need to do some more work. You know, its Achilles heel has always been the fuel system, and I actually had to have some work done on it, which I may have noted before, I don't know. It's been a while back now. Apparently whoever had it before me had replaced some of those braided fuel lines that always leak, and of course I had replaced a lot of them with rubber line, but apparently there were some check valves and some routing and stuff that I never changed. I always put it back. You know, if I replaced a hose, I just put it back like it was. But it turned out, when I had it worked on, the guy replumbed it differently, routed the lines differently in the return and all. And it's weird on that tractor. If you pull up the parts book on John Deere's website, I think there's like 4 different plumbing configurations of the fuel lines for a 6215 and a 6415, depending on, I don't know if it's different countries. Well, I don't remember what all the differences were, maybe years, but the way he did it don't even match those 4. So, but it works. So the only issue I've had now was I had a starting issue last spring, and I was under the tractor replacing another hose that wasn't related to the fuel line, and I noticed some fuel kind of slowly draining down the frame on the inside that I didn't otherwise see, and that led me to another braided line that went back to the tank, and I replaced that line, and it's done real good since then. So I figured that line was basically it was sitting there and letting fuel leak out of that line, and it's causing it to lose its prime, which would make it have a really long and hard starts. So anyway, but it's doing okay. The hood's still a mess on it. Every time I price one of those hoods, I kind of gasp. I don't know that anybody's making them aftermarket any cheaper yet. I've seen where some people have some of the larger hoods, like the 7,000-8,000 series hoods, but anywho, just trying to keep it going down a mountain here. I have one long hill I have to go. Well, I have to go up, and then I have to go down every day on my commute. So anyway, so as far as getting video content back out, I don't have. There's nothing all that interesting going on the farm, really. To show you, I do have some reviews of some things that I have that I'd like to do some videos on, just because I've had decent luck with these items, and they've turned out to be better than I have, or better than I had expected. So I might do some of that. But I have another project, possibly, it's not a definite yet, that I do want to do a lot of videos on. I've been debating getting another, basically a farm truck, and since y'all have last seen me, I think the last truck I had was the F-250, which I think I did some review videos on that. And I've went through, well, if you count this truck, I've went through 2 trucks since then, so one was short-lived, and I should probably just do a whole nother video talking about that truck and this truck. But the F-250, it did well. It had 50-something thousand miles on it when I got rid of it. I'd had it 3 years, a little over 3 years, and like I said, I didn't have any issue. It never went back to the dealer for anything. I did all the maintenance on it myself, and like I said, the only thing that ever went wrong with it was the windshield wiper, which I may know this before, went bad in it the night I bought it. It happened at the dealer. It was raining at night. The windshield wipers just stopped midway and then wouldn't function on the intermittent settings. So anyway, they fixed that right off the bat, but that was it. I think I did carry it. Yeah, I did. I carried it to them for the first service, tire rotation, and after that I did everything else myself. But so it did good, other than I took a rock to the windshield one day, didn't even see where it hit. I was on my way to work, and come out for lunch that day to, if I was going out to pick up lunch or run air, whatever, I came out and the windshield was cracked 3 ways, and it was right dead in front of me. So I lived with that for a little while, and then we took a vacation trip out west with it, pulling a camper, and I decided to go ahead and have the windshield replaced in it, just, crossing state lines and that kind of thing. But that was a whole nother fiasco, trying to get a windshield during COVID, and then First time they put it in, it leaked right at the top center, right over the dash. And yeah, we were coming down the last couple, 3 days before we had to leave on our trip, and they couldn't get another windshield. There was a risk of them breaking that one, taking it back out. And the guy tried to seal it back up best he could where he thought it was leaking, just to get us through the trip, and that didn't work. So he wound up taking the risk and taking it out, and didn't break it. So he cleaned it all up, resealed it, put it back in, and we were good then. But having to cross a 4-lane highway here. But anyway, that's really all that happened with that truck. After that truck, I had a small truck in between there, and the reason I got rid of the F-250 was what I said earlier in the video was I was downsizing. So on the farm, and one of the things that I looked at was my gooseneck trailer and some, cab trailer, bigger trailers. I kind of values of things had went up, and I knew I could sell them for a decent amount, and I did. And then I was like, well, I don't really need the 3/4 ton truck anymore. I can get by with a smaller truck. So I had another Tacoma for a short period of time, but and y'all have heard me talk in the past, usually my daily vehicles, or I've always kind of had another Toyota in the past on the side, but I wound up getting one of the newer Tundras, and that is not what I'm in right now. Just go ahead and let you know that. So it was a 2022 Tundra. I got one that was about 5 or 6 months in of them selling them. I think they went on sale like December of 21. And I got mine, well, let's just say I found mine. They were extremely hard to get. But I got one, I think it was in May. Yes, it was late May. I finally got a hold of a 4-wheel drive. You could get the 2-wheel drives, but I finally got a hold of a 2-wheel drive one, and I had to drive to get it. About 5 hours, but anyway. At first I really liked the truck, but like I said, I should probably just do a whole nother video on this, because I need to probably do a talk through a comparison. But I started having numerous little odd-end issues with it, and it was stuff the dealer wouldn't fix it. I was carrying it to the dealer for servicing and highlighting these issues, and they were just kind of like, well, we either don't have a fix for that yet, or Toyota knows about it, but there's not a solution, or this, that, and the other. It just, yeah. So I had it about, I didn't even have it a full year. I put 20,000 miles on it from new, and I wound up trading it on this truck that I'm driving right now, which I got this truck used, but it only had like right at 3,000 miles on it. And this is a GMC Sierra 1500. It is a X31 package, but it's got some AT4 stuff on it, but it's not an AT4. And when I got it, it was a little higher in the front than some of the other trucks I was looking at. And I kept looking at it, and it was like, it looked like an AT4 in the front, but it It's got AT4 wheels on it and some other stuff. And anyway, turned out the dealer, the general manager was driving this truck when I first departed about it. They couldn't even find it. They knew they had it. It was in their system. They had it listed for sale online. They didn't even know where it was. But, excuse me. We had the flu during Christmas. And I'm assuming the flu. It was negative for COVID. But man, I keep having this lingering cough and clearing my throat. So, apologize for that. But anyway. Yeah, so I got this truck. It turns out it's not an AT4 obviously, but it has had a leveling kit, I guess you could call it. It's nothing more than a little bitty spacer. Not in the spring, but in the at the end of the I guess you could call it the strut, the spring and shock, or one assembly kind of thing. So it's at the bottom. And I went for several months and never figured that out on this truck. I was rotating the tires for the, I think, second time doing it myself. And I had one of the front wheels off, and I was just looking around at the brakes and some things in there, making sure nothing looked, out of the ordinary. And I was looking around. I'd been under the truck changing oil and stuff numerous times, and I noticed on the very top of that little block, it's like a U-shaped little bracket. Some of y'all have these trucks, probably familiar with it, but it had Rough Country written on it. And I was like, hey, wait a minute, that's they make lift kits and stuff. So I got online and looked it up, and sure enough, it was a 2-inch leveling kit for the front. So within its first 3,000 miles, the dealer, somebody, and it was funny, I asked them when I was buying this truck, just because of the things that were on it that were odd. Even, it's got leather in it, but it's not factory. But it looks factory. Anyway, I've got the window sheet to it, and there's another reason why I've got this particular truck. I should probably just go into another video on it. Excuse me, there's that cough. But I asked him specifically, is there any aftermarket stuff done this truck? He said, oh, no aftermarket parts. But I don't know what this did. I don't know if it was exchanging parts with the AT4 truck they had, or if they'd ordered it somewhat custom. I don't know. I have the window sticker. What I don't have is usually there's this sticker off to the side, which is like the dealer add-on stuff. And I don't know what was on it new or ordered special and original stuff. I don't know. It'd be a whole long list of things. But anyway, I'm in this truck. In about 2 weeks, I've had this truck for a year. And it's been good. It has never been back to the dealer. I've done all the servicing on it myself, and I've had the first issue with it, and it's got, what are we at, 33,500 miles on it right now. So I've put just 500 miles over 30,000 in right at a year. And it's done everything I need to do. I did buy another trailer. I could show that in another video, I guess, because I got rid of my gooseneck. And I'm like, well, hey, I just got a 20-foot steel deck car hauler. I haul 7 rolls on it with this truck, does fine. I can fit more rolls on the trailer. I have done that for very short distances. But the limitation is not the truck, it's the trailer. 7 rolls at my approximate weight that my bells are, it's putting the trailer right at its limits. It's got 2 3,500-pound axles on it, and what the tires are rated for and all that. So 6 to 7 rolls is about all I put on it. And like I said, I've cut back, and I've had, one of the things I'm finding, customers I've had for years, they were older, retired people that had horses, cows, whatever. Well, they're getting older and they're getting out and just, not continuing. So I won't say I lost customers, although I really did. It's just they quit having a need for hay, and it just kind of fit me, kind of scaling back. So I haven't really replaced those. And one of my biggest ones this year, he's getting older, and he said he was 90-something% sure he was going to get out, although he might turn his cattle over to one of his sons. Wasn't sure yet at the time, so I might still be carrying the hay. I don't know just yet. So I haven't really had a need to haul a whole lot of hay, and my future plans are basically not to really haul like I've been. If I sell hay, they're going to have to come get it, and that's 2 reasons. Just because I can't haul 14 or 15 at a time anymore, and just flat out time. I'm not out there as often, and I'd rather just schedule people to come out, get it, pick it up, and be gone, and I don't have to worry about all that. But anyway, so that's kind of update on the truck, or trucks. I've had way too many. Anyway, I'll do another video at some point, and I'll go over what I got here. It's nothing too special. It's kind of middle of the road. And I'll talk about the Tundra a little bit and what went wrong there. Yeah, I had high hopes for that truck. It just didn't pan out like I thought. And Toyota's on the right path with that truck. They just needed to improve some stuff. But from what I experienced to this GMC, this truck's just more truck. It's just a better truck for right now. That Toyota might have still way outlasted this truck. Who knows? I mean, some GM trucks they get a lot of miles on them if they're taken care of good. Anywho, so yeah, I've been running around the idea of getting another truck, an older truck, kind of I hate to say project truck, but it probably will be a little bit, because just something I can work on and tinker on, and maybe drive back and forth from the farm from where I live now. Just kind of cut down on some of the miles on this truck. Like I said, 30,000 a year already on this one. That may be some of my videos coming up. If I get one, or however it works out. I'm not gonna go into exactly what I'm thinking of yet. I will say I'm thinking the square body GMC Chevy trucks. It's just finding one that fits what I want to put into it, and isn't like a complete restoration project kind of thing. I don't want to get into that, but basically, maybe finding just something solid that's still good shape, being kept up. A lot of them have got motor changes, rebuilds at this point, so and prices are all over the map on the trucks. They're the square bodies they're been trending up in value. They're becoming more of a collector's item to some people, which is fine. They're you know, they're in the antique vehicle realm now, I guess. And you know, people are making show trucks and rat rods and all kind of different things out of them. So the values of them are going up. So I don't see investing in one of them as being bad if you get the right truck and it not be, you know, a money pit kind of situation deal. And keep it up and nice. I don't, you know, I don't, if I want to call it an investment, but I don't know if it would be something that is going to lose money. It would probably hold value at this point, just based on what I'm seeing the square body market doing. Word straight here. Anyway, don't know. We'll see where that goes. Y'all seen one video that I did very short of a snippet of an old John Deere, which I have some more video of, and I may have to piece excuse me, I may piece some kind of video / photos of that. I don't have it anymore. It was a 1958 John Deere 720 diesel. And I won't go into the whole story of it, but bought it the summer before we moved, and I wanted to keep it, but I put it in one parade, well, two, you could say, and two different shows. One was not judged, the other one was judged. I actually won first place with that thing at that tractor show. And I've got a picture of that, but I wound up running across a guy in Georgia that wanted it, and I've never been over there, but he had a feed store, farm supply store, best I could gather from talking to him. And he had a little storefront, and he had some antique tractors in the front where people came into the store. And he was interested in buying the tractor to put in his little show piece there inside his store. And I thought, you know, that's a good place for it. You know, a lot of, you know, people see it on a daily basis. You know, kids can look at it, get pictures and that kind of thing. So we were getting our house, and of course that was costing a lot of money, and I was just like, you know, I'm going to sell it. So I let it go, and that's where it went. That's the last I know of it. I hope and assume that's where it is, and it's being seen and appreciated, because it was pretty nice straight track. It wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. It was pretty much 99% restored when I got it. It was just missing lights, decals, little things. There were, you know, some switches. I did some work to it, got all that done, the lights, decals, replaced what needed to be replaced. Found some of the missing parts that were missing on it. Got it back pretty much 100% where it needed to be, in pretty good operating shape. And like I said, I let that guy have it. So anyway, I've got some old video and stuff. I can snip together a short on that. You can just see it. But unfortunately, I let that one go. But flip side of that is that tractor's really heavy. Any of y'all that's had it or been around them, I don't know what the exact weight of it was, but you know, it was a 720 diesel. It was pretty heavy, and I don't have the gooseneck. You know, I was taking it to shows and stuff with the F250 in the gooseneck, and I don't have that now. So I would have got to the point where it just sat there at the farm and nobody ever seen it. And like I said, it just felt right for it to go where it could be appreciated by more people. So I'd love to have another antique tractor of some type just to piddle with and carry the shows and all, but it would have to be something. I like the 720 diesel. I like the 2-stroke diesels of that era, but it's gonna have to be something smaller that I can fit and weight-wise carry on that 20-foot car hauler and pull with this truck or the other truck that I get, whatever that turns out to be, if I do. So we'll see. But yeah, my hope was get a square body. Maybe needs a little work, but not a lot. You know, this stuff I can manage and do, and not put a lot of money into it, and just kind of do videos on that, because those seem to be popular now, and there seems to be a kind of a community of square body people in those trucks. So we'll see. I don't know, I guess I've rambled on, what, 35 minutes? Wow. I don't know, I guess that's your update. That's where I'm at. Just doing the daily grind, I guess, with my day job. Trying to farm on the weekend. There still is family at the farm. Of course, I'm the one kind of running the show, but there are people to keep an eye on the cows, and I've had as I call the neighbor now, that's kind of moved in near us. They're about a mile away, but that's like a neighbor for us out there. He also farms and does hay, and I've actually turned over a little bit of my hay ground. I say a little bit, a decent amount to him in my effort to cut back, because I was having more than I could keep up with at the time I had. And anyway, he's in and out, his family's in and out, so they kind of, his father also used to work in cattle and dairies and stuff, I think, so they keep an eye on things for me during the week, and anything odd happens, they let me know. Like, I had a calf born last week, and they sent me a picture of it. Of course, it's doing fine now. I've been able to look at it, but anyway, yeah, I guess that's about all I can think of at the moment. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get more videos posted or not. I don't know. You know, for a while there, it got to be a hassle just trying to edit them and get them up, keep stuff going. So I don't know if I'll ever get back to the level that I once did, but you know, it's nice to share some content on occasion. But anyway, I'll wrap this one up. If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. If you're interested in anything that I mentioned that might be coming up, let me know. If you have any questions, concern, you know, anything about the trucks or how things turned out with the 4707 or anything else, let me know. That'll jog my memory, and maybe I can answer anything on those in another video and whatnot. But anyway, alright, appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one.